Cowboys' Micah Parsons was talking about Philadelphia. They don't play this week. They play next week. But that didn't stop the media from going, wait, did somebody say something had to do with the Cowboys? Well, that's bulletin board material. Micah Parsons disrespects Jalen Hurts, ? Well, this has been going on for 2 days. This is the third day. I didn't touch it the first 2 days because I took it with what it was a measured conversation that he had with Von Miller. Von Miller has a podcast, the Voncast. And Parsons says, when you look at the Eagles, is it Jalen Hurts or the team? So he's asking Von Miller the question, and they had just talked about Jalen Hurts and how good Jalen Hurts was. And, I'll let you hear it. And here is Micah Parsons and Von Miller. It starts with Micah.
Is it Hurts or the team? I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think it's system and team. I think it's a little bit of both, man, because they got a great offensive line, which helps Hurts. Hurts has A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. They got a good running game.
Miles Sanders.
They scheme that they have.
O-line.
Yeah.
I mean, bro,
hey, this Eagles Cowboys coming up, ain't it?
Yeah, it's coming up. I'm not trying to make no enemies. I just love the game so much, and I understand it so much that I can't. I when things are off, I just can't hold it in. I almost gotta say something.
Yeah, you're right. They got a great team, great defense.
But everyone has their own opinions.
But they got Jalen Hurts is.
He's good.
They got him for the MVP race with Patrick Mahomes. His stats and what he's been doing, what numbers that he's putting up is MVP worthy.
I don't know if that's bulletin board material. I don't think he called him out. I don't think he disrespected him. He says, look, I'm a defensive guy. I want to give credit to the defense, the Eagles' defense, and the line. Not Jalen Hurts is not an MVP candidate. He did talk about him and say nice things about him, but it got blown out of proportion. They don't even play each other this weekend. It's next weekend. But because it's Micah Parsons and everybody's desperate to have something on the Cowboys, anything on the Cowboys. I don't know. And then, so it gets to the point now Micah Parsons is asked about his statements.
Would you like to clarify the thing? Are you standing on what you said or what?
I always stand on, you got to stand on everything you say just as a man. But obviously, they small clipped it and just took one line of what was really talked about. But no pun intended or no disrespect to Hurts. I think he's doing great this year. But you know what I mean? I'm a defensive guy, and, I said their Eagles defense is just a team to watch. I mean, they just got hell of a players over there that's been making plays all year. So from a defensive aspect, I know how offensive guys just kind of get all the credit. So I just want to stick up for the defensive guys.
That's a measured answer. For a young guy, I don't think there's anything there. Because I said to Paulie, did I miss something here with Micah Parsons? Because I was listened to it in context, and I said, did I miss something? Should I be covering this? Yeah, Seton.
It's crazy that they're like, do you want to apologize?
I know. Yeah.
Apologize for what?
I know. What, Paulie?
The more you listen to it, the more benign it gets. He's basically complimenting their entire team, which imagine if Micah Parsons was asked by Von Miller, is it Jalen Hurts of the team? Oh, Jalen Hurts is carrying that team. They're lucky to have him. That's bulletin board material. They're lucky that if they didn't have Hurts, they would be under 500. That means he'd be demeaning the entire team. It was very measured.
Because then he could have said, is it Jalen Hurts or the team? It's definitely the team, not Jalen Hurts. He's a system quarterback. Anybody could win with that offense and that defense. I thought it was a measured conversation. He asked Von Miller the question, hey, is it Hurts or is it the team? And Von Miller's the host. And then Von Miller's saying, well, it's both, which it is. It's both. But because it's the Cowboys, now it becomes something bigger. Now you're asking Micah Parsons, do you want to take those words back? I would have said, what words? I would ask the media who covering this, do you actually know what I said? People just took a headline. Show me where I disrespected him. Let me hear it. I'd like to know. Because I would ask the media, did you do your job? And I get the feeling a lot of media members did not. It's like, oh my God, Micah Parsons said something about Jalen Hurts. Let's lead SportsCenter with it. Yeah, Seton.
And don't people always refer to like football, how it's like the ultimate team game, right? You need everybody going in the same direction in order to accomplish this one goal. But if a player was to even hint that maybe it's the team and not one player, it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
It's nuts.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I kept going, what am I missing here? And then I'd read a couple of articles on this. And then I said to Marvin, let me just hear how it's set up. I got to hear the context of this. And then when I heard it, I go, there's nothing here. Now, oh my God, Micah Parsons going to be a public enemy number one. He even says, boy, they're going to hate me. They already hate you because you're so damn good. Don't worry about that. You're a Cowboy. They either love you or hate you, and Philadelphia is going to hate you. Yeah, Paul.
I could find you 20 headlines.
Wow.
Micah Parsons disrespects, calls out Jalen. Calls out. Calls out means like you're challenging someone or you're there's 20 different headlines from reputable news sports organizations.
Oh, my God.
And they asked Hurts about it. He goes, we play the Bears this weekend. That was his entire answer.
Exactly.
They had this big preamble question to Jalen Hurts. He goes, Micah Parsons on the podcast, blah, 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 blah. And Hurts goes, we got the Bears this weekend.
Yeah. Already, it's like, can we hype this game enough? It's already going to be a great game. You don't need to hype it any.
Parsons looking ahead?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Disrespecting the Jaguars.
Oh.
Disrespectful.
You never disrespect the Jaguars.
Yeah. Like, wow, what am I missing? Yeah, Marv.
Worst part, I was like, ooh, Sunday? Is it a Sunday night game? I was like, ooh, Cowboys, Eagles? I was like, wait, that's not this week?
Right.
That's how much they've been hyping it up. I thought it was Sunday.
Yeah. You would get that feeling like, oh, my God. It's Cowboys and the Jaguars this weekend.
Trevor Lawrence, how do you feel about being overlooked by Micah Parsons? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Is it Trevor Lawrence or the team? Let's ask Micah Parsons. It happens. That's how we got to this point with OBJ, because it's the Cowboys. If OBJ had gone to Buffalo, story'd be over. Now, we would talk about, is he going to be able to play in the playoffs? But it'd be over. He's still in the news because the Cowboys are still in the news. Jerry Jones has stayed in the news with OBJ. That's it. There are a couple of, hot button items that you hit every single day, at least you try to. Every one of these shows. And there are times when I get disappointed in how we cover or what we cover, why we cover. Because there are things that really need to be covered or are real stories. Teams that should be, focused on, shine the spotlight. But it goes back to, it's about the Cowboys and about the Lakers. Every single day. Sprinkle in Aaron Rodgers, you're good to go. And that's why I said, maybe I'm not being fair to this story. And then when I heard what they were talking about, I go, no, there's nothing here. But this is going to, look at what happened this week. Wait till next week. Starting on Monday, it won't be about what happened on Saturday and Sunday. It'll be about, let's start looking ahead to the Cowboys and the Eagles. Is Micah Parsons going to say anything more inflammatory? Yeah, Paul.
Here's the guaranteed headline. If somehow either the Jaguars beat the Cowboys or make it a close game, Cowboys looking ahead too much, question mark?
Yeah.
Focus on the Eagles.
Yeah.